Let's take up question based on p block elements. First question, why are pentahalides more covalent than trihalides? Reason is pentavalent cation has high polarizing power as compared to trivalent cation. That's why pentahalides are more covalent than trihalides. This is the answer. It is pentavalent cation has higher polarizing power than trivalent cation due to smaller size and higher charge. That's why it has more tendency to form covalent bond. Higher the polarizing power, more will be tendency to form covalent compounds. Next question, why is BiH3 the strongest reducing agent among all the hydrides of 15 elements? Bismuth is largest in size, so the bond between bismuth and hydrogen will be longer and has lowest bond dissociation energy. That is why it is strongest reducing agent. Lowest bond dissociation energy due to longest bond length and larger size of bismuth. Why is nitrogen less reactive at room temperature? Because there is triple bond between two nitrogen atoms in nitrogen which has high bond dissociation energy. This is strong pp overlapping resulting into triple bond. Nitrogen-nitrogen triple bond has high bond dissociation energy. So the higher energy is required to break the bond. That's why it is less reactive at room temperature. Mention the conditions required for maximize the yield of ammonia: high pressure, low temperature, and use of catalyst. Moderate temperature of 700 Kelvin, high pressure of 20 megapascals, iron oxide, aluminium oxide, and potassium oxide at catalyst. These will help to maximize the yield of ammonia. How does ammonia react with a solution of copper ion or cupric ion? Cupric ion reacts with excess of ammonia to form a cupramine complex, and this complex is deep blue coloration. What is the covalence of nitrogen in N2O5? It is 4. Why it is 4? Because nitrogen can form maximum 4 covalent bonds, 3 by sharing electrons and 1 by donation of electrons, pair of electrons, donation and sharing. That is 1 coordinate bond and 3 covalent bond it can form. So maximum covalency will be 4. Bond angle in phosphonium ion is higher than pH3. Why? In phosphonium ion there is sp3 hybridization, so bond angle is 109.5 degree. Phosphine, there is also sp3 hybridization, but there is lone pair of electron due to it has pyramidal shape with bond 94.5. What happens when white phosphorus is heated with concentrated NaOH solution in inert atmosphere of CO2? The product formed will be phosphine and sodium phosphide. P4, that is white phosphorus, reacts with 3 moles of NaOH, 3 moles of water, gives phosphine gas. Another name of phosphine gas is phosphine plus sodium hypophosphite will be formed. What happens when PCl5 is heated? It decomposes to PCl3 and Cl2. These two chlorine atoms are at axial position, which are easily removed, whereas these are at equatorial position, which are comparatively more stable. So PCl5 have 2 chlorine are in axial position, so their bond length is longer and bonds are weaker, and that chlorine is removed. Write a balanced equation for the hydrolytic reaction of PCl5 in heavy water. Heavy water is D2O. It will react with PCl5 to form D3PO4 plus TCl will be formed. PCl5 reacts with 4D2O to give D3PO4, which is deuterophosphate or deuterophosphoric acid plus 5DCl is formed. This is deuterium chloride. What is basicity of H3PO4? It is tribasic acid because it has 3 replaceable hydrogen. 3 POH groups are present in H3PO4, therefore its basicity is 3. 1, 2, 3, these are 3 hydrogen and all are replaceable. That's why it is tribasic acid, and that is the reason it can form 3 series of salts. What happens when H3PO3 is heated? This disproportionation reaction will take place. It will get oxidized to H3PO4 and it will get reduced to phosphine. Phosphorus acid, when heated, gets oxidized to phosphoric acid and gets reduced to phosphine. Reaction is disproportionation reaction because it is getting oxidized as well as reduced. +3 is changing to +5 and -3. List the important sources of sulfur. The percentage of sulfur in earth crust is only 0.03 to 0.1%. In combined state, it is present in gypsum, CaSO4 into 2H2O, Epsom salt, MgSO4 into 7H2O, barytes, BaSO4, sulfides such as guarana, zinc blende, copper pyrites. Traces of sulfur occurs in H2S as H2S in volcano. Organic materials such as eggs, proteins, garlic, onion, mustard, hair, and wool contain sulfur. Garlic and onion have specific smell due to the presence of sulfur compounds. Write the order of thermal stability of hydrides of group 16 elements. H2O is most stable, then H2S, then H2SC, then H2TE, and least stable is H2PO. The size of group 16 elements increases, bond length increases, bond dissociation energy decreases, therefore thermal stability decreases. Why is water liquid and H2S is gas? Water molecules are associated with intermolecular hydrogen bonding, whereas H2S is not. Which of the following does not react with oxygen directly? Correct answer is platinum because it is least reactive. All other metals react with oxygen at high temperature. Complete the following reactions. Acetylene will burn in presence of oxygen forming CO2 and water. Aluminium will react with oxygen to form aluminium oxide. So in first case we get CO2 plus water plus heat will be what? Aluminium reacts with oxygen to form aluminium oxide. 4Al plus 3O2 gives you 2Al2O3. Why does ozone act as powerful oxidizing agent? It is because O3 has low bond dissociation energy. Its bond is between double bond and single bond, and it is more reactive, and it decomposes to form nascent oxygen, which is highly reactive. And that is the reason that it is powerful oxidizing agent than oxygen, but less powerful than fluorine. So it is the second best oxidizing agent. How is ozone estimated quantitatively? When ozone reacts with potassium iodide solution acidified with borate buffer having pH 9.2, iodine is liberated, which can be titrated with a standard solution of sodium thiosulfate, which is popularly called hypo, using starch as the indicator. Starch turns blue when iodine is liberated, and when iodide is formed, it will become colorless. This is the quantitative method for estimating ozone gas. Reaction is 2Ki plus O3 plus water gives you 2KOH plus oxygen plus I2. This iodine liberated will turn starch blue. Iodine will react with sodium thiosulfate to give sodium iodide plus sodium tetrathionate will be formed, and both are colorless. What happens when sulfur dioxide is passed through aqueous solution of ferric salt? Ferric salt will be reduced to ferrous salt, and sulfur dioxide will act as reducing agent in this reaction. SO2 reduces ferric ion to ferrous ion in aqueous solution. The color of solution changes from yellowish brown, which is ferric, to pale green, which is ferrous. And SO2 itself gets oxidized to sulfate ion. So ferric ion gets reduced to ferrous ion, sulfur dioxide itself gets oxidized to sulfate ion. In presence of water, plus H ions will be formed.